Yo, 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 it's your boy Matrix back with another crazy episode of customer service with a customer. It's not always right. Today, my guest is my man Gino. Here on the West Coast, y'all know we based out of Philly. And I'll allow this brother introduce himself and give you some of the craziest, wildest, craziest stories, customer service stories he's ever experienced. Take it away, brother.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Good morning, wherever you are. Good evening, wherever you are. Uh, Me, myself, man, I'm out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Shout outs, go birds, as we do. But yeah, I'm out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've been in quite different industries. Hope you can hear me well. My earbuds are failed.
Yeah, we good.
But
Yeah, clear. Absolutely.
um, I've been in quite a few industries out here, man, from the bartending industry, service industry, serving tables, hotel industry as concierge, security industry as well. And I've been here 25 years, man, and I've got relentless stories from, it's kind of like which one do you want to hear?
Yeah, we
Which
got that many stories. We have to do a part 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
okay,
So, you can
okay.
start with one gig. You can give us one for each gig, or you could just start with one gig. Next time we come back, give you a second gig, next third. Your call.
Okay. All right. Well, the most the most recent story I would say is in the landscaping industry, right? And now, mind you, when you're in the landscaping industry, you're working with clientele that have money. Nobody does landscaping unless they have money, right? Landscaping is not cheap, right?
Yeah.
You're not just spending $1,000 landscaping. It's just so when you deal with that, you deal with that type of uh of household and that mentality too, the I have money mentality and I buy what I want mentality,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I met this real estate agent and he comes in, work at a nursery, we sold trees that are up to $50,000 per tree, man. And he comes into this nursery and I'm one of the sales managers at the.
$2,000 for a tree.
Oh yeah, man, easy money, bro. Easy money.
Yo, rich
Let me tell
people.
you what. If you want to make some good money, landscaping is where you want to go. But anyway, this is not a plug. So yeah. So you make good money in landscaping. So you can buy trees. And mind you, if you want to put trees in your backyard, you need 5 palm trees and they're 50 grand a pop. That's how much money you got. Just to put the landscaping, not including what you put into everything else. So my point being, these people have this mentality that I can buy what I want. If I can buy, you know, $10,000 trees and put them in my backyard and set up a dog park in my backyard, if I got that kind of money, that's what I'm going to do. And so this gentleman, he built a pool in his backyard and he just laid down some turf. And this guy, as I come to his property to do an assessment of his yard so I can give him an estimate of what he expected for his design, I'm walking and I'm stepping over dog fecal matter everywhere, man. Everywhere.
No, come on. Dude,
And,
what's that?
and I'm like, how you have this much money? And you're and I'm coming to your house and I'm waiving the service fee to come to your house, and this is what I have to come to, you know. And now, mind you, in the customer service, you have to be professional. You're not just gonna pop off on this dude like, hey, I'm not coming in your yard and let you clean up your dog shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? But so you gotta be professional, you gotta mind the landmines, So I'm walking around his backyard. He's got this $200,000 pool in his backyard. And he's got these dogs that just big dogs, these labs that just kind of run as they will, and I got to mine fecal matter. So now I'm measuring stuff out. And on the back end of his pool, he has this upper tier where he wants to put trees and he wants to create a shrub line for to add aesthetics to a big concrete brick wall. And so you have to walk this platform that's above that pool, and it's small as it is. It's 5 foot from the wall to the end of the brick before it drops off into the pool. That's 5 feet, right? So I got to climb up here, and I'm not a little dude, man. At this time I'm 6'3", 270. At this time, I got to get up on a wall and climb this thing, and then up here, how he lets his dogs up there, dude. So it's just like I'm climbing up, and I'm like, oh man, I got to run.
Oh,
no. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, come on, dude. And I'm like, okay, look, man, like,
you got 10,000.
Now I gotta break out my tools. I gotta use my measuring tape, my hard tape, and I gotta run my hard tape in fecal matter. And I'm just like, all right, well, I'm about getting this money, right? So I'm like, let me go ahead and put all this past me, because to me, I'm just, I'm completely torn apart of why I have to deal with this situation. To where I come in the guy's backyard and he's a millionaire, and he's a real estate agent, and he's a big real estate agent. He owns his own realty company, and I got to come back here and I got to deal with this shit, right?
What makes no sense?
It gets better. It gets better. That's just the beginning. So as I'm up on this platform and I'm measuring out, I look down into his home. And he's in the Ridges, right? And so the Ridges in Las Vegas is multi-million-dollar properties, right? And so I look in the home and I see his wife and kids, right? I said, oh, I'm topping it up. Oh, you're a family man. You got wife and kids. I'm trying to relate with the client. So I keep my mind focused on the project and keep him entertained. So I get the sale and it's X, Y, and Z, right? And he's like, oh, yeah, that's my family. And, that's my mail order bride. And I'm like, you're what? And he was like, yeah, I bought her from Africa. And I said, you what? And he goes, yeah, I bought her from Africa, and then she had my kids, and I'm going to send her back. And I'm just like, you're going to what? I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait. Run it.
Rewind.
He bought a human from Africa.
Yes. A quite beautiful one at that, sir. A gorgeous African Nubian queen.
Why would she be unattractive? So you bought her here. Oh, please, I'm sorry. Continue. I'm lost.
So as I'm trying to measure out his yard, I'm trying to measure out the situation that I just got myself in. Right? you ask a question or you try to relate to something you really should have no business relating to. At all. At this point. Right? And so now I'm trying to backtrack out of this, like, okay, focus back onto the yard. Like, I know I just didn't hear what the hell I heard, right? I got a white real estate agent that just bought an African mail order bride. To me, something just happened here that I don't belong in. You know what I'm saying? And so now that I know this, and I just kind of shook that off as much as I could for the moment, right? I'm trying to go back to what I originally came here for and process what's going on at the same time. My salesmanship kicks in, and I'm just, okay. I said, sir, you and I are now in a situation so we're going to have to lock down this deal. Like you're going to have to buy everything I'm going to sell to you right now, bro, because and in the meantime, when I come back for the installation, all this dog shit needs to be picked up. Like, all of this, like, I can't come into this situation. And this guy ended up spending about $75,000 with me, right? And when I came back, the wife and kids were gone, and the dog shit was still there.
Wait a minute! Hey, I'm gonna keep the shit and bounce the whole family.
I came back and I'm like, where's the wife and kids? And he was like, oh, yeah, I shipped them back to Africa. I couldn't deal with it no more. And I said,
you just rent a family.
So as the deal was going down and I sold everything, right? At this point, like, I have all the processing that I have to do for this situation, right? Now I have to design the backyard. I have to make sure it gets planted it the way it's designed. I have to hire the people that's going to go to their house and take care of all this situation. I have to flag and tag all of the trees and all of the shrubs and all of the stuff that was purchased. I have to map out all the irrigation. So I have some processes that need to be done in order to complete this project from purchase to finish, right? Now at this point, when I came back to the second assessment so I can flag this backyard is when I found out the family was gone and the dog shit and the dogs were still there, right? And so I come back and I flag everything. I put everything in place. And I'm just like, hey, man, this needs to be cleaned up. If this doesn't get cleaned up by the time we need to come here, I'm going to cancel the job. Like, straight up. Like, I don't care. At this point, I don't care how much money you paying for this backyard. Like, I've discounted everything about $20,000. It saved you $20,000 on this project. I've dealt with your fucking stories, your racist comments. I've dealt with the shit in your backyard for however fucking long. Like, at this point, like, it's either you square up or we pack the fuck up and we get out, right? Right? So I'm the assistant manager at this time, but the only one that's above me is the general manager at this time. And the general manager this time is a young white kid. He's from Arizona, right? Now he just comes in and he's nepotized into the business, right? And so that being said, he gets to get away with a lot of things he gets to get away with, right? Mind you, why did this general manager say, I'm going to keep this sale, I'm going to keep it going, and I'm going to go back to this guy's house, and I'm going to pick up all this dog shit? This general manager, I said, you can have this gig. I no longer want anything to do with it. I've already collected the commission from it. Now the finalized process, you can have the rest of it. You're going to deal with the customer service end on the back end because I'm not going to deal with it. This guy makes me go back to the house with him. It's either you keep your job or you don't situation, right? And I come back to this guy's house, and while I'm there, I'm hearing all of I should have got him from Asia. I should have got one from Europe. I should have got one from Russia. I should have never got one from Africa type shit. And I'm just like, man, this is what we have to deal with in Las Vegas off the strip. Damn. Off the strip. In order, and mind you, this is through COVID, right? So this is the time where COVID's happening. Everything's shut down. Nothing is happening but landscaping. The only way money's being made right now is in landscaping, fruit trees, home improvements. Like, all of the money they're getting from their stimulus checks and everything is all going to, property improvement and value and all that X, Y, and Z, right? And so you're the only one that has a job. You're the only one that's making money. And you're the only one that can deal with this situation in order to do so. And that's...
Shit, if it's COVID, how do you even fly them back home? He might have just put them out. Damn.
Hey, and I tell you what, you can look me up. You look my name up and look up my customer service reputation. Look it up on Yelp. And you can see Gino Vega on Yelp and check out my customer service reputation. And you can see I give 5 stars. So I'm not just coming out here and just boosting some BS for you guys to hear. Like, you can go on there, you can check me out. You see 0 complaints and nothing but 5 stars across the board. I'm a customer service professional, and I've been doing this a long time, bro. And that to me, the most recent took the cake. And if that doesn't take the cake for you, I don't know what will. Because when it comes to so many other service industries, man, customer service here in Las Vegas is definitely one of the least rated. But you got to see what we deal with from people all over the world come over here to this town, and they want to run them up because they got a few dollars.
And I know a lot of people are coming from LA to Vegas anyway because it's cheaper, right?
Oh man, yeah, it's cheaper in a sense, I mean, the strip is expensive, but there's so many things to do outside of Las Vegas too. If you got money, you can do anything out here, from shooting tanks and 50 caliber machine guns out of helicopters. You could go drive your fanciest cars that you want to drive around a racetrack, like,
50 caliber gun out of a helicopter.
Absolutely, right into the side of a mountain where they planted vehicles, man, and you just fly out on the side of a chopper, and you got ta, 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 and you sit there and you let it happen, on the side of a mountain. Absolutely,
Like this
absolutely.
is like
Well,
an amusement park ride.
I'm telling you, this is the place to where money talks, bullshit walks. If you ain't got money, you won't know about it because you don't got that money. Your bag ain't secured for that out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you come out here with your measly, I spent $300, $500 on a bottle of vodka at a nightclub at a table, and you got a couple of part-time prostitutes with you, and you over here thinking you balling, bro. You're not.
What?
You're not.
I'm getting a sandwich. I thought I was, I'm getting a sandwich. I'm getting a sub. These
Oh man. Oh. Hey, don't come out here asking for a Philly cheesesteak because we ain't got them for you, bro. Yeah.
Listen, man.
That
whole story and everything that you had to do with is why I came up with the whole idea of the podcast. Because I felt like, you know what? People don't know what you go through when you're on the other side. Like customers believe that saying, the customer's always right. They believe that saying means I can do whatever the fuck I want if I'm the customer. And that's not what it means.
Yeah.
So customers tend to do that. So my job, my idea was to do this podcast. So when people hear how fucked up some customers are, they sit back and it's like, it's funny now that you're hearing it, but when you think about it, damn, I was being an asshole to somebody 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, a year ago. Sometimes you got to see it to be like, damn, I was wrong. Because most time when customers are being an asshole to someone who's giving them service, they don't realize they've been an asshole. So, the goal is to hopefully people watch stuff like this and go, damn, that was me. You know what? I was wrong for that. Damn, let me go apologize to that person. Because a lot of customers, I get them and I just be like, you really believe that you can just do or say what you want. I've had to give people their money back and they look at me like, you can't just give me my money back. Yes, I can. Here you go. Have a good day. I don't even want you as a customer. Blows they.
You're talking about normal people, man. I could talk about celebrities too. It's Las Vegas.
That's a whole other level. Yeah.
That's another podcast and that's another episode in itself, my man. I can hit you with some celebrities, customer service situations that you'll just be like, wait a minute, what?
Absolutely.
I remember him. I know him. What? Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting all of the juices. Okay, we want all of them. We'll do.
Make organic juice.
We'll leave some of the names out. We just throw some hints out there. I don't want them trying to sue me.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll talk. So we'll mention the names off mic. And then that way you'll know who I'm talking about on mic. And then if this ever crosses their platform and it hits their lap, then
they'll just be like, oh yeah, I did do that. Yeah.
Oh man, because I got them from UFC fighters I've got them to washed up movie stars to professional athletes to oh man, execs.
Okay.
Oh man, I got doctors. I got doctors. I've got you name it.
Listen, we gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned because there's clearly going to be a part 2, a part 3, part 4, and so forth. Okay. Clearly, this is what we're doing, y'all. This is what we're bringing up. Stay tuned. Updates for the next episodes. All right, my man G. We appreciate you being here with us. Okay. Appreciate you. We're going to give you all this information so y'all can catch up with him. If you're out there on the West Coast, you can go get some work done. Just don't be an asshole when you see my man G, okay?
Roger that.